What do you do if you are brand new to being a voiceover artist, but you already have like a pretty good feel for audio production? You have a killer sound in your voice, your demos sound great, but you just need to grow your business a little bit more and get some help with Fiverr. Well, you do what Elyse did. She's a talent that I started working with, and she reached out to me and said, can we get together? Can you go over my Fiverr gig and give me some help? And I was thrilled to do it. Just like I'm thrilled to help any one of you that wants to do it. My name is Brian from Ridgeback Productions, and I help beginning voiceover artists grow their business and generate more income. So in this video, we're going to go over a Fiverr gig review for Elyse, and she's going to be right there with me, and we're going to go over it together so she can ask questions and get the inside scoop exactly as I go through it. Ready? Let's go. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I'm just going to roll through all the touch points that I hit when I do these videos. So I always start with the title, and your title is, I'll record a female voiceover that will draw people in. Okay, I like that. So
Okay.
I like that you have a female voiceover. Not a huge fan of draw people in. So, okay, so there's three factors that Fiverr uses in their algorithm for searches. So I'm a buyer and I want to hire an awesome female VO like you. So I go into Fiverr and I'm going to search in voiceover, and I'm probably going to put female because I want a female. I'm going to put voiceover because that's what I'm looking for. So those are good. So you want female and you want voiceover because the algorithm searches title, description, tags. So we're going to go through all those points of your gig, but the first thing that it searches is title. So you want the main things that people want, which is voiceover, because that's the service we offer. And you want to identify if you're a male or female, because a lot of times they have a preference. So it's good to have female in there. There's also 3 different ways that voiceover is spelled. And we're going to make sure as we go through your gig that you have all 3 of them in there. You have voice space over. It's fine. You can start with any one of the 3, but you want one of them in the title, one in the description, and then one in the tags, or both in the description. It doesn't matter. So draw, I get what you're saying. I get where you're going with that. You want to draw people in. How about, I would go with American. I will record an American female voiceover or something more specific. I just don't know that people are searching.
No, that makes more sense.
I think when I think of voiceover, I don't think of the keyword draw. Draw to me makes me think of like 2-dimensional art.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone's going to ever search
drawing in,
and voiceover in the same thing. I understand what you're saying because your voice is captivating. I agree with you. And it does draw people in. They want to listen to you. But we want to think in the title, what words are people typing to search for you? And I don't think they're ever going to put the word draw. They might not even put people. So we're going to try and put words that they're going to put. They're going to probably put female. They're going to put voiceover. If they want American voice, they might put that. You have a very conversational tone. So that's great. That's huge in voiceover. So you could put that. It could be, I will record a conversational American female voiceover, something to that effect. Your title needs to be words that people are going to type in to find you, not emotions they're going to feel, such as drawing you in or something like that. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes total sense.
Sweet. Okay. So then the next section we have is your little summary box right here. You do voiceover, great, $25, 3-day delivery, 1 revision, 50 words. Okay.
I got questions about that.
Yes. Yeah. Ask me because I was about to tear into it.
Yeah. Because I know you're about to. True. Trust me. So here's my thought process. This is what I wanted to kind of let you know what I was thinking about why I did it like this. So I work full time, and I mean, eventually I'd like to do voiceover full time if once I can transition into it. But starting out, I'm intimidated to take on a ton of work, a ton of, words and just big projects when, I'm working 40 to 60 hours a week. But It's usually around 40 with my job. So I was like, okay, well, and I was telling Lenny
Oh, you
that
could say
that, I wanted to make sure my audio was really good quality so that when I do get projects, I can just focus on making an amazing delivery and amazing, that it'll be great quality and, it'll just be top notch. And so I kind of was going higher in the pricing just because I thought maybe I'd get less gigs, but obviously I might get no gigs at the same time. So, but I was thinking, okay, well, if I get one and I just do amazing at it, then that'll be great. And then I can continue on from there. But I do understand, and I have done a lot of research, and people always say, start at like $10 for 200 words or something like that. So anyways, that's my thought process. Go ahead and yeah.
So just for clarification, so is your thought process that are you concerned you're going to get a big order that you can't handle, or that you're trying to deter people from buying from you?
No, I'm not trying. Well, I guess I just wanted to take it easy as far as starting out, being able to just focus on a project and, do very good quality, do it well. And I guess I was afraid of getting, I guess because the lower the price, right? So the bigger the project it could potentially be.
Possibly.
My thought process might be wrong there, but
I gotcha. Okay,
so let me clarify. I can't do it. It's just I thought maybe it would deter people from sending me a huge project to begin with.
I gotcha. No, I totally gotcha. And thankfully, I have the answer for you, and Fiverr has it set up to help you. So here's how it's going to work. So Fiverr has your initial price, and then it has a secondary price. I don't know what else you would call it. So your initial price right here is $25. And then you can set it up by word count. So I'll explain that in a moment. First off, as a new seller on Fiverr, I want you at $5 or $10. It's not a lot of money, but the currency you're looking for is not financial. Right now, you want reviews. So you need to get the orders in so that Fiverr thinks, okay, she gets orders, she completes orders, and when she completes the orders, her buyers are happy and they're leaving reviews. Financially, you're probably not going to make a lot of money. You're not going to make a lot of money at $5, but that's your currency right now because it's going to get you from a new seller to a level 1 to a level 2 to ultimately to be a top rated seller. So right now, as a new seller, you just want orders coming in. You want the reps, you want the practice, and you want to show Fiverr that you can get an order, deliver an order, and get a review. So to do that, you're going to change your price to $5 or $10. It's up to you. I think you should just go $5. Change your word count to about 150. So now 150, 200 words, that's about a minute. That's not a whole lot of work. And let's say you get an order at $5 for whatever, 200 words, and you're getting $5 for that. That's like a 2-minute voiceover. That's good practice. It's good practice to receive it, record it, edit it, deliver it on time, and get a positive review for it. And it shouldn't be, hopefully it wouldn't be too overwhelming. Are you following me here so far?
Yeah. No, okay. The way you put it makes it seem a lot less overwhelming as well.
Yeah, so that's how that works. So now what would happen is, so in your gig, you can set it up and you say, okay, $5 for whatever, 150 words. But then there's a section where it's going to help where you're like, I don't want a huge order, is you put $5 for 150 words, and then the next 20 words is $50, whatever, you know what I mean? So all of a sudden the buyer is seeing, well, if I place a small order, it's only $5, but as soon as I get up to 300 words, now she's charging me $55. It's like, well, for $55, are you willing to do 300 words? Probably. Is the buyer going to do that? maybe if they're willing to spend that much, then now you're getting paid a lot more money for a little bit amount of work. Does that make sense? It's not like you're only doing $5 work and it's going to take you an hour. You can set it up where it's like, no, it's only going to take me 5 minutes to record. I'm getting $5.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. You can adjust that so you can make it so the only price that shows is your initial offer. So you're offering $5 for 150 words. When buyers are searching that, they're more likely to click on you as a new seller, because honestly, as a new seller, they know you don't have a lot of experience, at least on Fiverr. They don't know what else you've done. So to get orders as a new seller, you got to kind of start at the bottom just so you can start getting 5-star reviews and show Fiverr that you can record. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. And I was going to ask you, does Fiverr have it set up to where you can see how many clicks people have, like how many people have clicked on your page? Do you know?
Yes.
In analytics or something?
Yeah. Fiverr has pretty cool analytics, actually. Okay, so if you go onto your Fiverr account, go under My Business, Gigs, you can see all your gigs that you have. And this is another thing that you and I are going to talk about, is you want to have more than one gig. You can see all your gigs and it'll tell you impressions, clicks, orders, cancellations. So impressions is how many times did your gig show up in a search within the last 30 days, 7 days. You can change the analytics. How many clicks, how many orders, how many cancellations. So obviously you want a lot of impressions. That means you're showing up in searches. Clicks means somebody actually clicked on your gig to check you out. And then an order is what it is. It's just, did they order from you?
Sure. All right. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So now within the summary, you have 3-day delivery. We got to change that. Because when a buyer goes to, so I'm searching for an awesome female VO like you, and I'm going to search female voiceover. You show up, you're $5. I'm like, I can afford that. She's a new seller. Let's see how she is. I'm willing to spend $5, $10 on her. But you have 3-day delivery.
I could do it in one. Yeah. I could do it in one.
And when you search on Fiverr for voiceover, you can adjust the filters for, like, I only want females. I only want Americans. I only want 24-hour or less delivery. So if they click that, which is very likely they're going to for a $5 rate, you're not even going to show up in their search.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I definitely recommend, when you first start as a new seller, 1-day delivery, $5, around 150 words, 200 words. It's up to you. Okay, perfect. And then you can adjust that as well. So you're like, well, okay, 1-day delivery. Yeah, Brian, I can do 1-day delivery for 150 words, 300 words. But what if they order 2,000 words? Well, you can set it up in Fiverr so that for the first 150 words, it's 1-day delivery. But after that, it's 5-day delivery. You know what I mean? You want the front end, which is what this box is, to show all the positives, that you're only $5, that you have 1-day delivery. Then the back end is, if they have to add extra words beyond what you're comfortable with, then they find out that it's not 24-hour delivery anymore. And that's okay. It's not like you fooled them. You do offer 1 day. You just have a small word count for that.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense? All right. Going to your gig image, gig video. We're going to change this picture, because I want you to make a gig image thumbnail. So instead of having an awesome picture of you, which you look amazing, let's put something that fills it rectangularly, landscape, fills the screen a little bit more color. You're going to put some text on it that says female voiceover, a little bit more drawing in than this picture. This picture looks like, this is beautiful. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
But I'm not looking for a friend to say hi to. I'm looking for someone to hire, and I want to see something a little bit more professional and enticing me into hire you for voiceover. Make sense?
Yeah. Kind of like a business card in a sense. But
exactly. Yes, exactly. Just like a business card.
All right. Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Okay, perfect. And I think I showed you last night. I do have a video on my channel that shows how to do that if you don't know how to do that.
Yeah, no, I watched it. It was really, really good. So
perfect. Thank you. Okay, and then you got another picture of your cat. Now, if I remember correctly, this demo, when you click on it, it's one demo, correct? It's not a reel. A reel would be multiple things.
So it's one. So if you click on that picture with me, it should be one. And then if you go over to the one with the cat, it should be another one. And then I was going to add more to it as well. I just haven't quite got there.
Yep. But. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. And here's what I want anyone to do is we'll come back to this. I'm going to scroll down because you're saying right here that you do phone system and IVR, e-learning, and commercial. We're going to adjust that.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
Whatever you say you want to do in your purpose needs to be in your demo.
Okay. So yeah, and I wanted to ask you, so what would go with my demo then? Because I'm a little confused with what the different categories are in.
Great question. Great question. Okay. So we're going to get to that in a second. That's your purpose. We'll get to your purpose in a minute. But your video, I want your video to be the first one, which for you, it's this picture of you. I want your first one to be a reel. I want it to have 4 or 5 different demos all in one, 10 seconds, 8 to 10 seconds. So this is going to be you doing a commercial for a grocery store. And then you're going to do a promo for a TV show coming up. And then you're going to do an advertisement for whatever, dog food. I don't know. And then you're going to have like a short clip of you saying, sorry, this business is not available right now. That's IVR. Whatever you want to get into, whatever genres you're into, your first video, your first demo is going to be a reel of 4 or 5 different things that you do. Okay. Because I'm a buyer. I'm like, okay, cool. I found her. I like her title. I like her pricing. I want to hear what she sounds like. I don't want to have to click a bunch of times to see what you can do. I want your first one to click on it. And then I want to hear, oh, she does that. Oh, she does that. Oh, I like that. Because then as a buyer, they contact you and they're like, hey, I'm looking for someone to do. So I have this babysitting service. I need someone to promote it. Is that something you're interested in? And you're like, yeah. And then they can say to you, okay, I really like that tone that you have in the third part of your demo. And then it gives them a reference for the different things you do.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you follow what I'm saying? Yeah. So you don't want your reel to be like, the same. You're not going to do like whatever, a Ralph's commercial, Albert's. You're not going to do a bunch of grocery stores. Like give them a range of what you can do so that you're giving them options. Does that make sense? Okay, perfect.
It does.
Okay.
Did you say 8 to 10 seconds each or?
Yeah, it's about that. If I remember correctly, I think it's 75 seconds that you can fit into in the video. So I say 8 to 10 seconds. I mean, that'd be technically more, but sometimes clips just naturally go longer. They'll go 15 seconds, 20 seconds, because it's just, you don't want to cut it off right in the middle of a word. You want it to sound like it goes together, but aim for 8 to 15 seconds, something like that. You want to get options in there. You want at least 5 or 6 options in that demo reel.
Okay.
And ideally, if possible, it would be actual work that you've done or work that you've created on your own. And it's okay to fake it too. Like you can find, there's techniques for finding commercials or animations and dubbing your VO over it instead and using that. You're not advertising that you did the work. You're just showing you can do this work.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? You're not necessarily taking credit. Yeah.
Yeah. So on that note, I was told that as long as I change like the brand name to something else, I should be good. Is that true? Or? Yes.
Yeah. I would say definitely in the beginning, I would change it. Then there's no misunderstandings. I've never though in my entire career doing this been called out on it. Now, I've never said that it's my stuff. I've only claimed that it's my voiceover. I've never claimed that, hey, this Chevrolet commercial, I did this Chevy commercial. I don't know. It's been a while. I can't remember the last time I had to make a fake one.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I made a lot of fake ones, and I never claimed that I did this commercial. I'm just demonstrating that you can put your voice over it. But it is easy to just change the name. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's scroll down to about this gig. I haven't read it yet, and I love doing this. About this gig is only about the gig. I haven't read it yet. So when I go to read this, I want to read that you're telling the buyer only about the gig and what the gig is going to do for the buyer. If there's anything about you as the talent, it's in the wrong section. Okay, here we go. And you start off, I'm a female voiceover artist. Okay, that's not about the gig. That's about you. And there is a section below this called about the seller, and that's where that goes. And that's okay. Everybody makes this mistake.
Yeah.
I'm a female voiceover artist with a pleasant, sexy, spicy, soft-spoken, warm, naive, and friendly delivery. I specialize in motivating others to be comfortable and lower their guard. Okay? I deliver a sound that's easily approachable in person, suited for projects on most topics. I'm happy. Okay, great. That entire section is going to go in the about the seller.
Okay.
Because that's about you. So that algorithm, Fiverr searches title, description, tags. I'm sure it filters through the about the seller a little bit, but for the most part, it's going to search description, and you don't really have anything that describes what you're going to give to the buyer. So instead, I want you to have, you will get an exceptional sounding, professionally recorded, commercial promotion, whatever you're going to try and say.
Yeah.
Now, within 24 hours and, one revision, I strive to keep my clients, happy, blah, 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 make it all about the gig. And you could put in all the sticky keywords. Instead of using voiceover 2 words, use voiceover 1 word or voice hyphen over.
Do you know which one's searched more? Is it?
I know. I don't. I tend to use voice space over as my title. I just feel like it's just more widely used. I don't know though, because I think I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've studied English, but I think voice space over is an adjective. It's saying that you're doing something versus 1 word is a noun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. And it's widely discussed. And nobody has an answer. I think most people agree that voice hyphen over is the least used searched one, but who knows? Okay. So about this gig, it's only about the gig. It's not about you. Make sense?
Yes, it does.
And it could be, I'm not saying stretch it to make it long, but fill it in, because Fiverr uses all the text in that box for the searches for the buyer, and you want them to have plenty of things to search through.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So when someone's searching for you as a voiceover artist, they might put in pets because it might be about pets. It might be about travel or muscle cars or nutrition. It might be about all that, but all that section about you and how awesome you are, that goes in about the seller.
Okay. Got it.
Groovy. Okay. Let's scroll down to language, English, perfect, accent, good, gender, female, age range, good, purpose. Okay. Now purpose, you're going to change this because the 100% number 1 searched purpose for voiceover is video narration.
I was wondering. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So most people think video narration means you are doing dubbing, like it's in another language and you're getting hired to do dubbing, which is over the voice. Nope, that's not it. Or some people think it's video sync, where you have to match your voice at certain timelines of the video. It's not. Video narration is simply anytime you hear someone's voice and they're not on camera. Most
Okay.
all commercials, YouTube videos, promotions, you name it. If it's a video they're watching and it has a voiceover, it's video narration.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Videos for work, sometimes IVR, e-learning, all that stuff is all encompassing under video narration. That should be your absolute first purpose.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Okay, now let's break these down. Well, let's go with phone system and IVR. Is that something you want to do, or you're just saying you're open to that?
I'm pretty much open to everything. So
Okay.
I wasn't sure what to put here, honestly.
All right, great. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this gig into your generic gig. I told you earlier that I want you to have multiple gigs. So it's like if you go fishing. When you go fishing, you could put out one pole or you could put out 10 poles. You're more likely to catch a fish with 10 poles than one pole.
Right.
So let's make this your generic gig and let's have this be not too specific on really anything. It's just you do everything awesome. So your purpose is going to be video narration. Commercial is great.
I was just trying to do the shorter or what I like audiobooks. I don't want to jump into that just yet.
No, that's a marathon. I would do video narration, and then you have options: commercial, animation, YouTube.
What is YouTube? What does that mean?
Okay, there's two different versions of YouTube. Most YouTube that you're gonna get hired as a like brand new VO, which it's like a huge market, is YouTube videos for like, these are the top 10, shoes to wear in the spring, or these are things that happen when you're least expect, whatever. The weather systems in Arkansas, like the amount of work you can get on YouTube is endless.
Okay.
Now the pay you're going to get for YouTube is pennies.
Okay.
Pennies. So an average YouTube script, kind of the algorithm that YouTube likes right now, it just depends, is they like videos that are about 8 to 10 minutes because that keeps viewer engagement, and billions. Maybe that's probably too much. There are so many people looking to hire voiceover artists for YouTube videos, but they usually only pay $5, $10, $15 for about 1,500 words.
Okay. Gotcha.
I don't know. It's up to you. But YouTube doesn't have to be that. It can be simple as like a 30-second little commercial that a company wants to put their promotion on YouTube so they can advertise and show it to people, and they just host it on YouTube. So it could just be like a short little like 30-second dog food commercial, and they hire you because you'd be amazing at it. And I don't know, whatever. So that's an option. I would put video narration, commercial, or YouTube, e-learning, any of those, you're fine. So I haven't seen it yet, but one thing that, and hopefully I don't see it, one thing that a lot of new sellers on Fiverr put is they admit that they're new. I'm brand new to this. Can't wait to get started. A buyer's like, no, they need to be confident what they're doing. You got to project yourself as confident.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So purpose, your tone, calming, conversational, energetic, sexy, friendly. Perfect. You can have 3 purposes and you have all 3. Perfect. You can have 5 tones. You have all 5. The number 1 tone that I want to see is conversational, and you have it.
Okay, cool.
That's huge right now in voiceover. Nobody, I don't want to say nobody, it is very rare that a client is looking for that. The radio, like, okay, we're looking at calming, like everyone wants conversational. And hey, talk to me like the neighbor next door. Conversational is huge. You got calming, energetic, sex. I like it. This is good. And I would make one of your gigs. I can see how you can have that sexy tone to your voice. And what else did you call it? Spicy voice. That should be one of your gigs. You can definitely get work for that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying take it. You can keep it in your generic gig, but there's work for that. The the sultry woman that's talking about wine or whatever. Like there's a number of things you could do.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I like your profile picture, by the way. This is a great profile picture. I wouldn't change that one. Or I mean, you can change it, but whereas your gig video, I recommend adjusting that. I like your profile picture. Profile picture looks casual. You're looking right at the camera, which is huge. I want you to make eye contact with me. Let me know that you're listening to me and you're here for me rather than like, looking away. Like some talents have it like they're just like
they have like their side showing.
Exactly. And I'm like, you're just telling the buyer like, I'm only half listening to you. You want to go, nope, I am fully engaged in what you have to say. And that looks like you're sitting right across from me at a table, like taking notes on exactly what I want. And you're ready to listen. That's a good profile picture.
Awesome.
Okay. So we're about the seller. Oh, I see what you did. So you have it, you're about the seller and your description is the same.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine.
I wasn't sure how it was going to lay out once I put the information in. Like I said, I really just didn't know what I was doing.
No, I love it. I love it. In fact, yeah, and I already read it and it's good. So I would keep that. I'm going to change this last part. I don't bite. Okay. It's playful. I like it, but let's be more professional and let's say looking forward to hearing from you, or I welcome all questions, or, okay. I'm 100% here for you. Something like that.
Sure. Makes sense.
Unless your sexy gig, maybe that's the language you want to use and be kind of cheeky monkey in that, then you can do that. That's perfect, but not for this generic gig.
Sure. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So would I want a separate gig for like that type of stuff?
I'm sorry, what was your question?
Would I want to post a separate gig for that type of thing versus a generic thing then?
Yeah, so you're going to have, I think, I can't remember. I think new sellers can have 7 gigs.
Okay.
It takes a while because you can't just copy and paste and just change. You have to rebuild the gig every single time. But it's you put in the time and fill out everything, your FAQs, your everything. You're about the seller, the description, fill it out. You're about the seller can be the same. It doesn't matter. But that way you can have a generic gig, you can have a commercial gig, you can have an e-learning gig, you can have a YouTube gig, you can have a sultry and sexy gig, you can have IVR gig, all that stuff. And all that stuff can be short too. That's fine.
Sure.
Yeah. In fact, it's for audiobooks, but it's not audiobook. So you could do audiobook trailers and do that and have like a sexy, sultry tone to that. And there is a huge market for that. For just think of all the books that are out there that are kind of within that genre. Fictional love story kind of thing. And, here come you're doing a voiceover trailer, which is only 30 seconds, where it's like, I think that, you do like a short little clip from the book. And then you talk about it, coming out, this, I'm not even going to attempt to do a sexy voice, but Bob, da, 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 My Way with the Angels coming out in March of type of thing. And it's that's a huge market. That's huge market.
Okay. I'm so open to that type of thing as well. So
okay. That's okay. So voiceover, that's going to change from 3-day to 1 day. 1 revision's fine. So what you did is, and I approve of this. I like this. You checked the box saying that you're going to give them a high quality audio file for free. Perfect. As a voiceover artist, it takes 0 time for us to provide that format.
Right.
Give it to them for free. It makes it look like they're getting more with their purchase.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking.
Most of the clients that are going to order from you are going to request an MP3.
Okay.
But you're putting that you'll give them the high quality file, which it's like you're just saving it in another format. It's very easy.
Right. Yeah, that was my line of thinking exactly. So.
Yep. Okay. And so these are your order details. I like that. I never really get too nitpicky on the price that you or that talents ask for. It's like whatever price you want for these, just offer them because you want options. And as you talk to clients and they're telling you what they want, you want to be able to say, excellent, I do offer that. And then you let them know it's a price and it's in your gig rather than they're like, well, hold on a minute. Like you told me you were going to do script proofreading. I didn't know it's $20. You know what I mean? Well, you have it in your gig. It's clear. There's no surprise. You don't want to surprise any buyers.
Yeah.
Anything you offer them, you need to have it in your gig because you need to be able to look back on that. And I can tell you from experience that buyers don't like surprises. And if they're like, what? $25? I didn't know it was $25 for audio sync. It's like, well, yeah, that's in my gig. Like you can support that. So anyways, that's good. Mm-hmm. And script proofreading is huge. On Fiverr, a lot of the buyers that you're going to get in the beginning are international. It's a very international company, and that's excellent. Okay. A lot of scripts you get might have grammatical errors in it, and that's your opportunity to be like, great, looked over the script. This looks excellent. Heads up, just going to let you know, I do read all my scripts as is, and you'll have that in your FAQ. That way, if you make any errors, you can back it up by saying, no, that was in the script.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Because if you offer one revision, you're going to get a lot of revision requests for errors. But if you tell them, look, no, I read it as is, and I charge an additional $15 per revision, that's on you. So in your FAQ, you're going to have that. You're going to say, I read script as is. Any errors that I make on my part, I will revise for free. Right. Any script alterations, any of this, I charge $15 per revision.
Okay.
But giving them one free revision, whether it's their fault or your fault, is great. But anything after that, you need to be able to back it up because they'll keep coming to you and they'll be like, yeah, I thought about it and we're just going to add in this extra couple hundred lines. You're like, whoa, wait, no, you can't do that.
Sure. So I wanted to ask you,
yes.
So I've studied about 3 or 4 years of French. I can't really speak it fluently, but I know it well enough to where I can pronounce things, properly. Do you think I should advertise that at all? Do you think there'd be a market for a French voiceover?
Yes. Yep. Make one of your gigs, American French voiceover or something like that. And then somewhere in the gig description, you can write, because I can't remember where it is. It might be up here or language or accent. One of those, I think there's an option where it's like, you can say that you know a language, but you're not a native speaker.
Okay. Yeah.
So then, and that's perfect. Yeah.
I couldn't communicate over the phone in French, but I know it well enough to where I can read it and understand it, and then I could pronounce it, if that makes sense.
And that's what you could put. That's exactly what you could put. Like, no joke, I literally just did a job the other day where I had to be some nerdy guy, and I was talking to a French maid. Like, no joke. And it, like, the lady that did it wasn't French at all. I could tell. She just knew how to put on a fake French accent, and it's
that's good.
I would definitely put that. Any talent you have that you can use your voice, I would 100% make it one of your gigs.
All right.
I can sound like a hummingbird. Great. There's a gig for you right there. Like, there's a market for everybody. Okay. So I love this. I love your order details. Now we're going to go to your FAQs. Great. You do have FAQs. Can you sync? Do you do other voiceover, broadcast quality?
I wasn't sure what to put here. I kind of just went and looked at other people's profiles. And I was like, okay, well, they have some of this stuff.
Yeah, I would fill it out. There's plenty of room. I should have this all written down. I think there's 10 spots for FAQs as a new seller. So anytime a buyer asks you a question, I would make it an FAQ if you have spots. One thing you'll get asked a lot is how quickly can you deliver this? Make it an FAQ. I guarantee 24 hours or less delivery for up to 150 words or whatever you can do.
Okay.
A
lot of people I noticed have so you can they'll have a 3-day delivery, but you can purchase a 1-day delivery for an extra price. Is that something you recommend doing starting out, or no? Should I shy away from that?
I would shy away from it, because what it means is you have to make your gig a 3-day delivery, and anyone that filters 24-hour less video delivery, you won't show up.
Okay.
What you could do is, I can't remember. I think they give you one as a new seller. You get to make your own order detail as a new seller, and you can make that one extra fast delivery. So that when I was telling you earlier that I offer a 3-hour delivery, that's one of my order details that they can do. I actually have it on other sites too, but so I think you can add one extra. I would do 1-day delivery, and then you can make an order detail to be front of the line. That's actually, that's a really good one. That's a really good sneaky one. Okay. This is like the secret sauce here. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
So you make one that says front of the line. So what that means is, for an extra, you can just make it cheap in the beginning. For an extra $10, you'll put someone's order at the front of the line, and then you make it an FAQ. What's front of the line? Well, I get a lot of orders, but if you would like to have your order be the front of the line for my order list for only $5, $10 more, I will place your order at the front of the line. Doesn't matter if you have 0 orders or 30 orders. Like, someone's like, there's always someone that's like, yeah, like, I want to get mine back. I'll pay the extra $10.
Yeah.
You'll really do it first? Sure will, even though it's your only one. That's a sneaky one. That's a good one to put in there. I forgot about. I used to use that. Actually, I might even still have that in there. It's been a while.
That's good.
That's a good one. Okay. So anyway, fill out your FAQs. There's anything that applies, just come up with a question. How quick can you deliver? All right. Will you offer more than one revision? What's front of the line mean? You could just make up stuff. Are you really an American female? Yeah, I sure am. Whatever. Can you do any accents? Actually, I do a horrible French accent or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Tags. So the 3 things that Fiverr searches: title, gig description, and your tags. Here's your tags. You can have 5 tags. You have 5 tags, but you can have up to 30 characters and 3 words. So I'm not going to count the characters, but I'm almost certain that you can combine these to be friendly female voiceover. And that's one tag.
Okay.
You follow what I'm saying? So now what you've done is you've taken your 5 available slots and you've combined 3 of them, and now you still have 4 more. Okay. And you could probably fit professional high quality into one. So now you got another one.
All right. Yeah.
So let's say it's friendly female voiceover. If someone searches friendly, you show up. They search female, you show up. Voiceover. If they search voiceover female, you show up. It doesn't matter the order of the words. It's just the words. Fiverr doesn't distinguish. It has to be in this order. It's just, okay, any of these 3 words.
Okay. That is useful.
Yeah. And what you could do is you could, if you click on Fiverr as a buyer, you can type in like voiceover and then space and see what pops up. If it's like voiceover and the first thing that pops up is sultry, you're like, boom, there's one of my tags. Or if you type in female voiceover space, it's like a Google search. It tells you the most searched things. And if female voiceover cat lover shows up, you're like, oh my God, I am a cat lover. And then you put cat lover. You're like, I didn't even know people were searching for that. So
I like it. I love it.
It uses like the Google search like algorithm, and it tells you the most searched things, because buyers don't want to know, like, it's just helping the buyer, but it helps us as the seller, because we're like, oh, really? People are actually searching that? And then if you can do it, you put it in your gig so that you can be in that list. Mm-hmm. Cool.
Makes sense.
Nice. And I think we've hit everything. Okay, so now going back, the things that you're going to change really quickly. You're going to adjust your title because you don't want your title to have words that someone wouldn't use when they're searching for you, such as draw or people. Okay. You're going to change your gig video image to be more of a gig image thumbnail that has you a little bit more professional with the words voiceover and pops, because when they search, you're just in a catalog of thumbnails and you don't want it to look like a friend site or a dating site. You want it to look like I'm a professional voiceover artist. Okay. You're going to adjust your 3 days to be 1 day. You're going to change your price to $5 and possibly up to 150 or 2 words, depending on how you feel. You're about this gig. You're going to delete all that, and you're only going to write about what you offer in the gig, how you're going to help the seller. What's the seller going to get out of working with you? It's all about the seller and nothing about you. Every word needs to be about the gig and how you're going to help the seller make them feel like they need to hire you based on that section.
All right.
You're going to change your purpose to video narration and possibly YouTube, or you can keep e-learning commercial. That's fine. But I would ditch the phone system IVR.
Okay.
I like your tones. I would keep the profile picture. I like your about the seller.
Ditch the I don't write.
Yeah, that's right. Your details, I like your details. And we're going to combine tags.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Great.
I'm feeling a lot better about this already. So thank you so much. Yeah, I am.
Excellent. Awesome. Awesome. I really want to thank Elyse for joining me today. It's a privilege and an honor to meet her and go over her Fiverr gig. I meet with so many talents that it makes my heart feel good to hear that they're understanding it and that there's growth and they're excited, and just the appreciation, that's just awesome. I just love it. If you're interested and you would like for me to review your gig, I can do it with you on the video like I just did with Elyse, or I can just do it privately and you can see it on YouTube, whatever makes you happy. If you want the help, I'm here for you. You can reach out. There is a link in the video description right below for ridgebackproductions.com/review me. That's exactly how Elyse came to me, and it's pretty easy. You go there, you send in a little form, you send me your Fiverr gig. I have a look at it, and we talk, we meet up and see, do you want to be in the video? Do you not? How can I help you? The whole intention is to help you as best as I possibly can, and I just love doing that. So if you're interested, please don't hesitate to reach out. And if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to see those in the comments down below. And let's see if I can help you out. Let's see if we can grow your business and help you generate some more income. It's not that hard, and there really isn't any secrets. You just need a little help to take the right steps in the right direction, and that's what I'm here for. I want to thank you for joining me today. It genuinely means a lot to me. I love seeing these channels grow and get the exposure that I really hoped for it, so that I can help serve you and help you out with your business and help you grow your business. Thanks again. Until next time.